Good morning and happy Wednesday. How's everyone doing today? Hi, nice to see you. We are preparing for market open with our journaling and pre-market meditation. So I'm going to give everybody about 3 minutes to join here. Come on in, sit down, relax, get your journals out. Get your journals out. And we're going to start with our connecting to our why meditation, and then we will go to our journal. So take a moment, join, leave a comment, ask me a question, and we will get rolling. Oh, I do want to let you know that I've created a Discord that we can all chat in, and if you have questions, we can work on our connection to our why. We can work on our subconscious journaling. We've got a lot of stuff that we can work on there. So I'm going to put the link here in the chat. And feel free. Hi, good morning. Thank you for joining. So about another minute here. All right, cool. Good morning, and thank you for joining. The first thing we're going to start with today, which we always start with, and I feel like is the most important, is our connection to our why. So trading offers us many great things in life. People often boast about their Lamborghini or making $200,000 a month or having a huge Discord community. But that's not what trading is about to us. What our goal with trading is to really lock in our mindset and give us that chance to have freedom of time. The freedom to choose what we want to do with our days, and also the freedom to share our gifts. God gave us all gifts. That's why we're here. We're not here to work for a paycheck, but we're here to share who we are and that gift that we were born with. Trading, to me, and I believe to you, offers us that freedom away from our desk, away from our job, in order to really dig in and find that gift. So take a moment now, get comfortable, and we're going to start our connection to our why meditation. So as always, we can start with a few deep breaths. I do recommend always breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. What this does is it activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is one of the oldest systems in our body, and that regulates our nervous system. So the more we can breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth, the more we can connect to our present and relaxation. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to connect our mind to our hearts. Trading is a very logical game. We tackle the market with our minds, but really the goal would be for success is to connect to our hearts. So the first thing you're going to notice is a white string that connects your mind to your heart. Notice that string now and really feel that connection to your heart. As we connect to our heart, we should see a green glow. At least that's what I see. You can also feel it in our body and see it in our mind. So as we connect to our heart, we're going to find our why. So for some, it might jump out immediately. For others, it may take a moment. And for some, they might not know. But the more that we take this time to connect to our heart, the more that will be apparent to us. So keep the connection going. I feel mine. I see the glow, and I see the love that is my purpose, the love I am meant to share. So now that we've connected to our hearts, what we're going to do is in our mind right now, we are going to live our dream day. What would that look like to you? But most importantly, what would that feel like? So take a moment, envision that perfect day, and really feel it. As we feel it, we're going to allow those emotions to peak, and I'll count for us 25 seconds. So let's envision now. So great job leaning in. Great job envisioning. Now that we have those emotions, let's allow them to peak. I'm going to count for us. Amazing. Good job. Great job connecting to your why. To me, this is the most important because every day we face the markets alone. And as we have our strategy, our risk management, we have all these logical things. But the biggest, most important thing that we need is our why. So for me, my why is freedom of time and to raise my family. Every day I send my son off to daycare for some other lady to take care of him as I work a job. So really the goal is for me is that freedom of time. And as we face the market and we face our fears, connecting to that why makes it so important and so valuable to our trading session to allow us to be that trader that we know is inside of us. So, great job. Thank you so much for doing that. Take a moment, shake it off, enjoy the relaxation, and in a minute here, we'll get to our journaling. if you don't have them already, grab out your journal and your pen, and we will start. So the way we do our journaling here is very special. What we really like to do is work with our subconscious mind in order to change our reality. So our subconscious mind is what works in the background. We have our thoughts that we can see. We have our words, we have our visions, we have all those. But a lot of times, the way that we envision and the way that we produce is different. And that difference comes down to our subconscious mind. So pull out your journal. Write the date. The date is most important because it allows us to see our progress. So I say this every day, but I'm always happy to say it again because we always have new people joining. What we're going to do is we're going to have one journal and one journal only for journaling. You can have other journals for other stuff, but to do your pre-market, post-market journal, just one so that you can flip through and you can read it. This stuff isn't just meant to be there and to be closed and to be lost. It's meant for us to see our progress and to also see our blind spots. The more that we can have self-awareness allows us to get better every day. All right, so now we've got that down. The way we're going to journal is we're going to write our intentions for today's market session down. We're going to write them down, but the way that we're going to write them is in the past tense. So we're going to write them as if they've already happened. What this does is it allows us to trick our mind into believing it's already happened so that when we face our market open session, our body believes already that we are that successful trader. And the last thing we're going to add, our little secret spice, is a little bit of gratitude. Being grateful really is what calls in abundance. And here we work on our abundance mindset. So, an example would be, today I am so grateful for the self-awareness I've acquired by not trading for 21 days. So yours might look a little different. For me right now, I am not trading until my 21 days is over, which has been about 7 or 8 trading days, so we'll see. But yeah, use that example, write out your intentions in the past tense, and then we can discuss them. So take some time here and we'll do that. Okay, I'm done mine. But I'll give you guys all about a minute or 2 minutes here, and then we'll get going. I will share with you my journal. Feel free to post your past tense intentions in the chat. Okay, about another minute here. All right, cool. So we'll go over my journal, and then we'll get into the next session, but I'm going to show you all what I wrote. So today I am so grateful to have had the courage to believe in myself and my session. Today I am so grateful to have invested in my trading mindset by not taking any trades for 21 days. Today I am so grateful to have had the time to learn about trading and make changes to my life. As you can see, the writing in the past tense can get a little tricky sometimes. I also struggle with it. So it's just more about muscle memory. So the more we do it, the easier it becomes for us to do. I believe that. And if you believe that, that'll also be true. So today we have a couple minutes here before we do our breathing session to go into market open. One thing that I did want to talk about is doubt. Doubt comes from all angles. Doubt comes from us, and doubt comes from others. In trading, the doubt is extremely high. So while we have a vision, and while we know the path that's ahead of us, that doubt comes in from all angles. People doubt us. Our parents doubt us. Our friends doubt us. Strangers doubt us. We hear doubt on social media. How do we get through it all? This morning I actually had a call which put a lot of doubt in me. I've been shopping around for different mentorships over the past maybe 3-4 months just to see and find someone who can help me align with my higher self. So I did a mentorship call with Ryan Wilson back in August, and I applied for his mentorship, but I ultimately decided that I could do it myself and learn everything, and there I was. I continued on. And then about a month ago, I looked into a mentorship with Marley Rose Harris. She does manifestation, frequency alignment, and a lot of it is aligning to your purpose to feel good to move forward. So I put that mentorship on hold. I wasn't sure about that one. But as I'm working with YouTube, I did a mentorship call with Make Money Matt. And I had one this morning, and the gentleman really poked a lot of holes in who I am. And I left the call with a lot of doubt. So many of you watching, you may know, you may not know. I've been trading for about 2 years now, and I have not made anything. I haven't had one payout. I actually never even passed an eval. Kind of crazy. But I guess for me, what happened was when I got into trading, everyone was in it for the money. And I knew in my heart that it wasn't about the money. What I'm working on is a 4-hour work week, 4-hour work week, and investing in myself. Also, along this journey, I saw a lot of people make money quick, but then lose money even quicker. So maybe they would make a good payout. Just excuse me one moment. All right. So, yes. So, what would happen was a lot of people would just have gotten into trading and they would have made payouts, they would have passed their accounts, and in that time of making money, then they would get into a slump and they'd lose a lot of money. So I read many stories about this. I knew people on Discords that had $17,000 payouts, and they kept saying that I know that I can do it again because I did it before. But to me, that didn't make sense because it all comes down to the mindset. So if you jump into trading right away and you pass your eval and you get a payout, you're like, whew, that euphoria is crazy. The euphoria, the overconfidence, and then that's really where you spiral in to losing the money because you're always throwing money, new eval, new PA, I'm going to make a payout, but then it never happens. Seeing that cycle, I didn't want to be a part of that. My goal was to learn trading, learn a strategy, and then go from there. So after I had picked a strategy that really worked for me, I kind of hopped around a little bit. First, I had no strategy. I just used Bookmap. And then I found the orb. My friend traded the orb. So I learned the orb and I was using it. But I had so many feelings and so many fears while trading that it was just an emotional roller coaster. And then my strategy started losing. And I didn't know about the law of large numbers. So I would lose 3 days in a row, and I was like, God damn it, my strategy's not working. So that's when I switched strategies over to IFVGs with Ryan Wilson's strategy. I found that to be amazing because of the high win rate, and I always loved reversals. So I was using that strategy. I didn't trade for about 6 weeks, and then I got an eval. I got so close to passing, $500 away from passing, and then all of that blew up in my mind. I was like, oh, I need to pass my account. And then my rebill was coming up, and that day, the day before the rebill, I blew it all, $2,500 down the drain. And I was like, God damn, what happened? So then I did another eval and I got pretty close to passing, but I had the same problem. Every time I would take a trade and I would lose, I would feel like I was behind. I couldn't accept my losses. So in that time, I was revenge trading and I would take my loss and then I'd go in super heavy, and I had all these green days. And I was getting green days out of bad habits. And then I ended up blowing that account. And then I blew another account. And then I said, fuck it. I'm just going to buy an Apex account. I don't know where that came from. And then I blew that account in 3 days. So after blowing that account, I really took a step back and said, Samaya, what is going on? And in that time, that is when I created this show. because I need the mindset help. And I know that if I need it, you need it too. I have all the skills I need to succeed in trading. The only thing that holds me back is connecting to my why and being grateful towards myself. So we didn't actually do my meditation today, but I do appreciate you all listening, because doubt can be a killer. Doubt, fear, these are not the emotions and not the frequencies that we need in order to succeed. What we have to do is that doubt has to creep in, and then we have to say, no, I'm aligned with God. God speaks through me. God tells me. Anybody else's doubt is not about me. Their doubt is themselves. They doubt that they can have a 4-hour work week. They doubt that you can make $10,000 in a month from trading. That's them. That's not you. So always offer yourself gratitude. In those moments of doubt, have the courage to find trust. Thank you. All right, we are about 5 minutes from market open now. And what we are going to do is our breathing meditation. This will relax our nervous system and get us in the mindset to win. So we're going to breathe in through our nose. And as we breathe in, we're going to bring in as much positive energy, as much love as we can. If we can pull it all from Mother Nature and bring it into us, that's going to be our in-breath. And then we're always going to breathe out through our mouth. As we breathe out, we're going to gather all that stale energy, all that negativity, all that doubt, and push it right out the window. So, in for 7. Hold for 2. And out for 8. Okay, again. In for 7. Hold for 2. And out for 8. Release all that stale energy. In for 7. Hold for 2. And out for 8. I'm smiling because I can see you all doing it with me. I can feel you. Okay, last one. In for 7. Hold for 2. And all that stale energy out for 8. Amazing. Thank you all for joining me. Go off now, trade, do what you've practiced, do what you've learned, do what you know is in your heart. I believe in you. See you tomorrow. Bye.